In the minor semi-final of the All Flags State Premier League, Sorrento, following their defeat against Florida Athena last week, played host to finals specialists Perth at Percy Doyle Reserve. After a frenetic opening stanza, Ryan Pearson looked to break forward for Sorrento when he was fouled. Referee David Costello played a good advantage as the ball went to Reece Vitilia. Perth's defence backed off, so he shot from the edge of the box. Dunn's dive was in vain and Sorrento had an early lead. Vitilia is allowed to carry the ball forward as the Perth defence drop deeper and deeper, and then they pay the price as he hits an excellent shot that finds the back of the net. Perth were being restricted to long-range efforts, and a deflection almost resulted in a goal after Oliveira's free kick was only half cleared and then driven back into the box. Perth almost scored again when from a corner Sorrento failed to clear. Simpson's initial effort was saved and somehow Aspden was up off the ground to claw away the follow-up just before it crossed the line. Perth kept pushing, and when Simpson picked out Charland he crossed to the back post, where the ball was cleverly played into the box, leaving Trent Kay a point-blank header, but somehow he missed the target completely. Batchelor burst forward for Perth as they kept applying pressure. On a 4-0 fed Charland, whose shot was blocked by Pearson, as was the second effort. It was more of the same from Perth in the start of the second half. A cross to the back post was kept in superbly and fell to Onoforo, but McDonald snuffed out his shot. Perth picked up possession again, but the shot was poor and Sorrento cleared the danger. Vitilia then held up possession well for Sorrento. He laid the ball back to Morgan, whose first time pass saw Mirko beat the offside trap, only to lift his shot over the crossbar. Minutes later, Perth burst forward. Charland whipped in across from the left. Onoforo dummied. Substitute Liam Boland made room for a shot, only to be denied by the legs of Curtis Aspden. 3 minutes later, Perth did get an equaliser. Sorrento cleared a corner only as far as Josh Pereira, who burst forward, rode one challenge and hit a low shot just out of the reach of Aspden. Perth were back in the match. Pereira rides the challenge of Jason Mirko and from the edge of the box hits a shot on the run, just out of the reach of Aspden. A wonderful individual goal. But just 3 minutes later they found themselves behind again. Sorrento hit a long crossfield pass picking out Jason Mirko. He picked out Johnny Mirko in the box, who tried to play in Reece Vitilia. Both the Perth defenders missed the ball and Vitilia prodded it home. Two wild swings from the defenders and Vitilia prods it through the legs and out of the reach of Martino for Sorrento's second. Hardly the prettiest goal, but they all count. Gavin Knight replaced Todd Harmwell and in the 77th minute almost added a third when he ran onto a ball over the top, but he pushed his effort wide. Yet in the 81st minute he did find the back of the net. Following a wonderful run and cross by Jason Mirko down the right-hand flank, Knight was gifted the easiest of goals, a point-blank header. Mirko looks up and delivers a pinpoint cross that Knight meets and powers home. Martino's static on his line. Perth kept trying to get back in the game, but time was running out. And even when they did get in scoring positions, they failed to hit the target. When the final whistle sounded, last year's champions were out and dreams of a fourth successive title were gone. Sorrento and Bayswater will meet next week for a place in the grand final.
Congratulations, Paul. A great result for you after the loss to Floreat last week. Yeah, it was disappointing last week, but we had 3 or 4 players missing, and we didn't play well. We haven't particularly played well since the cup final, so it was nice to get back on track tonight. Thought we played well. Thought Perth played well as well. Thought it was a decent game. Could have gone either way, but fortunately this time we were the ones that came out victors. I've been on the losing end a few times, so it was nice to get a win over Perth.
So you're saying you've liked to do things the hard way this final series. Take us through how it's been for you.
No, well, obviously, as I said, if we could have actually got to the grand final where we finished in 3rd spot and actually not got a home game. So even though we got beat by Florida last week, it gave us an opportunity for the club to make some money, which obviously as a semi-pro club they desperately need to do. So hopefully they've made some money tonight. And then, as I said, we could have, if we'd have won last week and then played at Bayswater and got through to the grand final, and then you play away again. So it's fantastic to get there, don't get me wrong, but you still the club wants to make some money. So it was nice that they got a game, and we're through to play Bayswater next week away, and we need to get some revenge against them because we drew with them 2-2, but obviously that was the result really that probably won them the league.